in Toronto to check out the Starchitecture scene and to find out what's happening at grassroots level below the glittering towers in some of the city's up-and-coming creative neighbourhoods. The Toronto Islands and Lake Ontario are a great place to start an architectural survey of the city. You can see several of the big hitters from here, including the CN Tower, the tallest freestanding building in the Americas, and Mies van der Rohe's TD Tower. Toronto also boasts homegrown talents like Frank Gehry and Jack Diamond, who I'm going to go and meet now. I'm with Jack Diamond, a native Torontonian and architect of the Four Seasons Centre for the Performing Arts. So Jack, can you tell me a bit about the building?
Well, it's really one of the luxuries we have is designing just for opera and ballet. So it's not for anything else. And it's really based upon a very traditional, although it doesn't look like it, it's based on a traditional Italian horseshoe shape.
Right.
And that means that the audience has a sense of itself, it's connected to the players, and the performers are connected to the audience. So it's a sense of occasion.
Right.
And then the public areas, clearly this is where the audience are the performers.
Ah, right, okay. And there's so much glass here, and you told me this is the longest glass staircase in the world.
It is. And the glass has a purpose. You see the city in a new way from inside. More importantly, people see others gathering here.
The Art Gallery of Ontario recently got a makeover from Toronto native Frank Gehry. Most of Gehry's buildings are built from the ground up, like the Guggenheim Bilbao, but for this project his real challenge was incorporating elements of the original gallery. The house that you can see behind me is the oldest brick house in Toronto, for example. So let's see what he's done inside. He's done this in a variety of ingenious ways. I particularly like this corkscrew staircase that winds right through the original building. Linda Milrod is a director at the Art Gallery of Ontario. Linda, can you tell me what it was like working with Frank Gehry on this project?
Well, that was one of the great pleasures of working on the project, was working with Frank Gehry and his team. Wonderful creative team, passionate about art, very important.
And tell me a bit about this part of the building that we're in now.
It is the long gallery, about 425 feet, that occupies the space behind the extraordinary glass facade that extends the full city block in front of our building.
Some of Toronto's new architecture has caused controversy, like Daniel Libeskind's 2007 addition to the Royal Ontario Museum, which juts out like a giant iceberg. People have said there's a disconnect between it and the dinosaur bones and other ancient exhibits inside. But personally, I love it. I think it's a great, bold statement. It's also home to C5 restaurant, where chef Ted Corrado serves what he calls edible exhibits, using fresh Ontario produce. They also do a mean multi-course afternoon tea, which is what I'm having. Thank you. Every city has its hipster hood, and Toronto's is Queen Street West. I'm here to meet Zach Ridgely, one of the city's new breed of designers. Hello. So Zach, tell me how this area has changed in the last few years.
Well, the area has changed as the artists moved in. It used to be sort of a tattering of different storefront uses. The artists came in, they started setting up these great galleries, and they had their studios just off of Queen Street, and there was really brought a lot of energy to the whole strip. So this is Thrush Holmes' gallery slash studio. He works in the back.
Oh, right.
He has it set up as a permanent studio, and then the front he uses as his exhibition space.
So you might say that Queen Street West has morphed from up and coming to up and come.
Yes.
Where's next?
Well, we're on Ossington now, and
Right.
it has gone through the same transformation that Queen Street did 5 years ago,
Oh, right,
Queen Street
okay.
West. And then Queen Street East is another hotspot that is also experiencing the same. So this is Ministry of the Interior.
Right.
One of the shops, it's gone through a transformation. It used to be an old alternator repair shop.
Oh, right.
And they've turned it into this amazing resource for designer furniture.
It's not just aesthetics that Toronto's gaining a reputation for. It's also got a great line in restaurants. The Harvard Room made our 2009 hot list for its warm Victoriana decor and great European-American menu. Back on Queen Street West, the Gladstone is Toronto's hottest hotel. It's an old Victorian building that was given a boutique makeover a few years ago, and as well as really quirky rooms, there are 3 bars. So after all that Starchitecture today, there's something comforting about returning to a room from a bygone era.